Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. Members of the board, any conflicts of interest? None noted. I should mention that Mr. Allen is joining us via Zoom, but we have Ms. Houston and Deputy Mayor Malash here live in person. So we have a motion to move the minutes of LaSalle Police Services Board Committee and public meetings held September 19th, 2022 be adopted as presented. Deputy Mayor Malash and Ms. Houston, all in favor? That carries. Thank you. We have no presentations or delegations. We have the Municipality of East Ferris request for adoption and circulation of the resolution for additional law enforcement measures to protect students on school buses. Board's pleasure. Motion to receive Deputy Mayor Malash, support Ms. Houston, all in favor? That carries. Thank you. And we have the OAPSB Fall Labor Conference and sponsorship request. You know what we've done in the past? We haven't sponsored it. Okay. Yes. Okay. Moved by Mr. Allen, support by Deputy Mayor Malash. All in favor? That carries. Okay, now we have LaSalle Police Services Board 2022 correspondence summary number 6. It's just the emails we've received. I think there's 8 of them. Nothing really stands out. Board's pleasure. Moved by Deputy Mayor Malash, support Mr. Allen, all in favor? That carries. Crime Stoppers statistics, September 1st to September 30th, 2022. Chief?
Members of the board, just one highlight here for the July statistics for drugs seized. You'll note on bottom of page 17, a significant drug seizure. Our service was involved with that particular investigation. However, it is a joint forces operation involving the entire province.
Thank you. Board's pleasure.
Move receipt.
Motion received, Deputy Mayor Malash, support Ms. Houston, all in favor? That carries. And then we have monthly statistics for comparison August 2021 and August 2022. Chief?
Highlights of the comparative statistics show a significant increase in the number of traffic charges and warnings. That again is attributed this time to our traffic enforcement unit and the coordinator in getting out and present. As well as the number of police clearances that have been processed. That's been a steady increase as well. And that's attributed to now, let me say it positively, a post-pandemic. So that's expected to continue to increase.
Deputy Mayor Malash.
Thank you. Through you to Chief. Are we advertising this on social media? Are we going to put these numbers out there? Can we put them out there? Because I think this will help show that we've discussed this constantly and we are doing something about it. And this just shows that our officers are out there. Like, I just want people to see it.
I believe part of our traffic enforcement unit coordinator's responsibilities is to ensure that there's a good social media, presence and trying to get across what we've been doing. When it comes to these particular numbers, these are just the comparative numbers that show last year to this year per month. And then when I do an annual report at the end of the year, it does actually break that down even further and give a little bit more detail. But certainly it's something that we can post if you think those numbers are more valuable to be out there in the public's view. We can certainly look at that.
I think just the constant monthly reminder is kind of nice. You've been wonderful on social media. I've seen all of the big things that you guys have been able to post, and I think it's definitely helping. But I think a monthly reminder that, yes, we're out there and we're no longer just, here's a warning, slow down. We're doing it now. We're no longer playing games. We're getting way too many complaints. We are showing from last year, we've picked it up. So I think maybe a monthly just maybe notice to people, maybe they'll notice that we're out there working hard.
Sure, can do that. Our traffic enforcement unit coordinator also prepares a monthly report for me on the activities of his activities throughout the month and those of the fellow patrol officers involved in traffic enforcement. So I can certainly have him take some highlights from that and make our presence known as well.
That's a good point, Deputy Mayor Malash, because I think it was last month. I'm not a social media guy, but I think I was flipping through Twitter and I saw a picture of radar guns and the speeds posted. And I think the caption said something to the effect, these speeds were taken in a 50 km/h zone. And it was astounding, these people, how fast they were going. Actually ridiculous and unsafe, but it's nice that it's being out there and people can see, because it'd be nice to know too, is it our residents or people driving through? But I know we can't disclose that. Ms. Houston.
Just a question to that. Do you think if posting them monthly, a backlash in a month that doesn't show that there's more, would that backfire, or would quarterly be better? I just worry about, 3 consecutive months. Look, the LaSalle police are doing their job. They're giving everybody tickets. Oh, this month, what were LaSalle police doing? Because they didn't issue any tickets. And I don't know if you're seeing that trend or if every month there actually is an increase.
But that brings up a very good point, because, when we compare stuff, there could be reasons why things are up or things are down. Our officers might be more involved, say, the summer months in, criminal investigative work because of significant low caseload that way, and less attention is given to traffic, or vice versa, right? So, yeah, those are certainly things that we can look at. I'm not sure really the ultimate, in the end, what this should look like, but I can certainly bring it back to our traffic enforcement unit coordinator. Perhaps he has some suggestions, even what he can extract out of those reports, something that's meaningful. And I agree with the deputy mayor, is something that we can actually put out there and say, this is what we're doing. And again, hopefully in a positive way, but of course, as with all stories, they could go negative or positive, depends on who's reading.
Mr. Allen, any comments, questions?
No, and the only thing that I would say is that, it could indicate that we're doing a great job, and that's why they're
Can't
lower
hear.
too. So it all depends on how it's
We can't.
spun and how people
Sorry,
read it
Dan,
and
we can't hear
understand it.
you. Technical
Can't hear me?
difficulties.
You can't hear me? I'm not on mute.
Just give us a sec, Dan. We're going to see if we can fix anything at our end.
Can you hear me? No?
Sorry, Dan, we can't fix it, but I can see you. So
Okay.
motion to receive, moved by Mr. Allen, support Ms. Houston, all in favor, that carries. LaSalle Police Service financial statements for September 2022. Chief?
A couple of highlights on that. The service is not exempt from obviously inflationary increases, and we're certainly experiencing that when it comes to fuel, insurance, vehicle repairs. And our training budget, we've actually had a heavy load early on this year, getting our officers training leadership as well as ident, and so most of that budget has been used up for that purpose. Certainly keeping our handle on what we've been spending our money on to make sure that we're being sound with our decisions.
Thank you, Chief. We know you're being fiscally responsible as much as you can, and we've saved some costs joining with the administration in our civic center to help you out back there. So board's pleasure. Moved by Deputy Mayor Malash, support Ms. Houston. Anybody opposed? That carries. The financial statements for LaSalle Police Services Board for September 2022. Not much there. Moved by Mr. Allen, support Ms. Houston, all in favor. That carries. Thank you. Okay, our next meeting, it's on the agenda. It says November 21st. That will be moved up to November 14th. And if there's nothing else, meeting adjourned. Okay. Thank you.